that's what I did for that next couple of years.
So for the next couple of years, you're just partying, hanging out.
I mean, I'm finding myself,
Right,
I'm
right,
trying to
right.
figure
But
out
no
who I
real
am.
like, okay,
At
I'm gonna
that
do.
time,
Yep.
my brother, he had already started the janitorial company, Duckett
Okay.
Brothers. So, I mean, my initial plan was I already got a job. Like, I can just do
Yeah.
this. I can
Yep.
roll right into this, and I'm,
Right.
so I wasn't like all the way
Yeah.
empty. I had something to do,
Right.
but at the same time, as I was doing that, I'm like, man, I don't. This is what people do. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I want to go to work like this. So
So
that
so
put me. So at
go
that
ahead.
moment, now I'm like, did I make a bad
Right.
decision?
Okay. Now you second
Now
guess.
I'm questioning, like, man, I could, and I'm watching. I'm better than this guy.
Right.
I'm
Yep.
like, I'm questioning, and I'm still fit. Like, I'm still ready to go.
Right.
And I mean, just a couple weeks or a couple months ago, I mean, I was on a team. Like, I was playing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was like years have went past.
Right.
But I'm just like, I'm missing the spotlight. I'm missing the locker room.
Yep.
I'm missing the money. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I'm missing
Yep.
all these things that
Yep.
I took for granted. That was part of the lifestyle. And now it's like, okay, that's when I slowly fell into a depression.
Got you.
Like, I slowly was in that dark black hole, black space, and I just was in there.
Where do you think that came from, though? Because it seems like I don't, because you had the opportunity to, kind of make it right with, going to Detroit, but it seems like you was like, okay, let me do this life after football thing, and so it was kind of more so your decision at that point, as opposed to the NFL saying, we no longer want you.
Yeah.
So I guess, was it any one particular thing that it was like that kind of made things spiral, or was it just kind
No,
of over
I mean,
time, just not knowing what was next and not really having any goals that kind of led to the
all of the
depression?
above.
Okay.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, I was tired.
Yeah.
Really, I was
Yeah.
just tired. Like, it was, my body was tired. I
Right.
was tired. It was
Yeah.
mentally draining. It was just a lot.
Right.
And I had a thought of what life would be like after,
Right.
and it wasn't what I thought. It was a little bit different.
Gotcha.
The vision wasn't the same.
Right.
And
Right.
so then
Yeah.
you look at, like, I mean, now I call it the mortal world.
Yeah.
Now I'm in the
Yep.
mortal world now.
Yep.
Like, this is what y'all do Monday through Monday.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
And then to think, like, what I was just doing last week? I was just in this $50 million facility.
Yep.
I was whatever, all the things that come with it. And now I'm like, here.
Right.
Like, what is that?
What's going on?
And so, I mean, I just, again, I probably wasn't in a great situation,
Yep.
but my mind wasn't right. My
Right.
heart I wasn't connected.
Yep.
I didn't have that goal. Like, so what am I going to do this for the next 10 years, 15
Right.
years? And that's where, like I said, that's where everything just kind of stopped. And now that's that moment. Like, okay, now what you going to do?
Yeah.
That's the moment of truth. Like, what are you going to do?
Right. So did you, like, because you hear a lot about just the NFL, as you kind of, the days are over with, and maybe former NFL players overspending at that point. So now it's like tight on money. Like, were you like saving your money, or like doing right by your money at that point?
Yeah,
or?
I did. Yeah, I wasn't doing nothing crazy. I mean, I was living in East Lansing, it's a college town, so
Okay,
you really can't go too crazy. Like, if I was in like a major city, I might
like
have
LA or something, it would have been a little
yeah,
tougher.
but I mean, I'm in a college town. I ain't
Yeah.
doing nothing. I'm not going, crazy. And even then in my career, I mean, I had fun, but I ain't do nothing. I wasn't. I still got a good background.
Yeah, no, yeah,
I still got a decent support system.
Yeah.
But I personally didn't have any type of self-worth, like, personally.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
all my value came in walking into a space and, like, that's TJ. Oh, he played for somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, he, yeah, baby. My value came in what people saw of me.
Right.
And when I go in it, like, it's football season, and I'm at a bar or at the mall, and they're like, "Hey, why aren't you on the team? What happened?"
No, that's
And
true.
it's like, dang, what did happen?
Right. Yeah.
And I hated talking to people and saying I don't play football. They're like, "Why? What happened?" "Oh, that's too bad. I'm so sorry to hear that. You should still be out there." And I just kept hearing those type of words, and I'm like, man, it got to a point where I just was like, I really don't even want to tell people where I'm at, what I'm doing. Like, because now Because anybody else would be like, you're crazy. Why would you walk away from that?
Right.
And I'm like, but you ain't lived my life. You don't understand. But that I didn't take that in. I didn't have that type of self-esteem to think like really put myself first in that way. Right. I was more concerned about if somebody sees me positively and what they thought of me. That ego.
Yep. No, and I was going to say, because it seems like the ego, and like you said, that's coming from you getting that validation from the outside world as opposed to having that confidence and just being content with yourself from internally and not caring what other people outside of you think based on what they're doing.
I mean, I used to be able to do the work to validate what was happening.
Yep.
Now I don't have any work.
Yep.
And nothing to validate.
Right.
And you go from actually being at the top.
Yeah.
To actually like, this work earned you this. So you got a different type of aura around you when you do something. To now, what you do now? Well, I don't know.
Trying to
good luck with that.